everyone, my name is Emma, and today I'm going to talk about behavior that leads to depression and ways to stop dwelling in negative thoughts. So first, I'm going to start with a little story. Recently, a young man went to watch one of his favorite football team play, and towards the end, his team lost. The young man was so disappointed that he decided to go on his balcony, jump, and he instantly died. Now, the young man I'm talking about, maybe some of you might have seen it on social media. He was in Kenya and watching his Premier Team League in the UK. Really sad story. I think when I saw that, I was so sad. In fact, I just thought, what a waste of life. Another young man just gone simply because of football. Now, I know we may think it's just football, but I think this just shows how the media has influenced our society, and actually the power that the media has. And it's not just football. I think when we look at other TV, soap opera, or TV programs, we most of the time, we even stop doing things, whatever chores we're supposed to do, simply because our TV program is showing. We will do any length. And it's the same thing with the movies. When our certain movie that we've been, watching, episode 1, 2, whatever, when it comes out a new one, we will go over anything to make sure that we go and watch it. We all seem to be looking for an escape, and an escape from reality. We just want to flee and not live in the real world. It seems that even though we have so much going on nowadays today, in terms of financially or other material things, yet we are looking for something to fulfill our soul, to give us happiness. Yet we seem to not just getting the right things. We seem to be indulging in activities that they just lack substance or nutrients. So even though we are doing all this, we're still yawning, we're still lacking. I think the biggest sad reality of the movies and these TV channels, it's just that we know very well they're manufactured somewhere in a studio. So it's actually not real, yet we perceive them as if they are. Really sad. There's also another activity, and especially for that leads into depression and anxiety, and this is dealing with casual intimate relationships. A study was done by the University of California involving 3,900 students, and it looked at the children who were involved in casual relationships, intimate relationship, and those who were not, meaning they were having intimate relationship outside their marriage. And the highest percentage of children who were struggling with depression, anxiety, feeling guilt, and just very sad and unhappy belonged mainly on the first group of, having the casual intimate relationship, compared to the children who did not engage in casual relationship. And I know it's really sad because nowadays you can't talk about casual intimate relationship without thinking of mpango ya kando. It seems like it's a norm, so I think we just have to think, what is it doing to us? Now, the causes of depression are quite varied, and they're very difficult to identify. Hence, it's not just the two, there are many other reasons. But I think we don't live in a perfect world. Hence why just knowing what triggers mental health and knowing what we can do will help us to go a long way. So the following are 6 tips which are going to help us with making sure that we stop dwelling in negative thoughts. Number 1 is surrounding ourselves with positive and meaningful relationships. So whether it's our parents or whether it's our brothers, good friends, and also having a very good relationship at work, because especially when it comes to work, it's where we dwell. We live 8 hours or at least more for some, So you can imagine if you're going to work for more than half of your time when you're awake, and then you come home, you also find yourself in another sticky situation where you're very unhappy and sad. Of course, no wonder we have so much depression happening. So really making sure that we have meaningful relationship, and we have to work for our relationships. So there's no perfect relationship. Perfect relationships are made. We always tend to hear the grass is always greener the other side. But actually now we're saying the grass is greener where it's watered. So remember to take care of our relationship so that and nurture them so that also it can look after us. Number 2 is having an active life. We've heard the saying that the empty mind is a devil's workshop. It's exactly that. Because if you're not busy either going to study or working or just doing something meaningful, something that will make you feel, occupy yourself with something that will bring you, positive productivity, or it will give you satisfaction. Whether it's painting a house, for example, it's not going to pay you, but it's going to make you feel satisfied when you see the results. And also something uplifting. It can be listening to something that is enriching your life, whether it's teaching you or whether it's opening your boundaries, whether it's reading that really, not just a novel that is again taking you in another Cinderella world, but something that is going to is going to enlarge your boundaries. It's going to make sure that you learn more. Number 3 is positive thinking. Now, concentrating on negative or positive things, aspects of or situations can either make you feel greater or lesser depressed. So really, positive thinking is a habit or an aspect that we have to cultivate it. And we have the power. We can decide to dwell in the negative, or when the thought comes in our mind, we can say, no, we're going to entertain it, and instead keep yourself busy. Just make sure that you keep moving. Number 4 is look at the past with caution. Now, there are some aspects of your past that actually can bring positive things to your life. They can be, thinking of something good that happened at one time that was quite good. But past seems to be known to bring a lot of, negative things, and which leads to depression. So really, you have to decide what you're going to bring from your past. If it's something really bad and you feel that you're not able to move on, first of all, forgiving yourself and forgiving others who hurt you is the beginning, but also just making sure that you leave that behind if it's not going to be helping you in any way. So bring things that will cheer you and things that are going to make you feel happy. So number 5 is seeking professional help. So when it comes to anything that it's so difficult, sometimes sharing with the ones that we love and the ones that we think, the relations that are positive, sometimes also can have a negative aspect to it. So seek professional help from a psychological or psychiatrist who will help you with the past traumas. They will be able to identify the issues that happened in the past and also show you a way to make sure that you overcome them. Because the idea here is you want to overcome them so that you can actually enjoy the present and the future. And finally is actually trusting in God, because when God created you, He had a reason to create you. He had a vision. He knew what good will come to you, and He knew what bad will come to you. And actually, like most of the time, anything that negative happens to us, it always happens so that sometimes we take that lesson and make sure that we teach others, or we learn from it. Not just learn from it, but also make sure we teach others, because it's through sharing that we can become better. So anyway, that is the end of my session today.